How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back with the regulars again. How's it going? Steve, SAEED, GRIZZ, TOBS, MATISSE.
Spot on, man. Spot on.
We're here. 3 point collectors, isn't it?
Everything looks a bit different, man. Like it looks like Steve's in a monastery somewhere with the arch windows.
Yeah.
I mean, like Saeed's back on the Saddam Hussein sofa.
Yeah.
Toby's in the Blue Oyster Bar.
Toby's walked into police academy that way from the and I'm looking Chris, man. Can someone make a comment on me, please?
Yeah. The camera's looking mad.
No, it's me, bro. It's me. I'm looking mad, isn't it?
You look
No. The camera's looking mad. You're looking the same.
He's even put that Western filter on it. You see the little like the nude effect on the...
No. There's no filter.
GRIZZ has this really like Norwegian, like Swedish look about him when he goes to Liverpool games. He like proper looks like he's going into battle.
Viking.
Yes.
GRIZZ got a trim and a MacBook at the same time. He said, "Fuck this, man! Trim and a MacBook, and we're going live."
And the brother says HDR, bro. HDR. You know what I mean?
HDR 4K. Yeah, listen, to be honest, there's a lot of obviously stuff to get into with the Champions League and whatnot. As you can see, today's show is sponsored. You know, the first show that we've had sponsored for the Big Six. Big up Dynasty, also a good friend of mine that is behind that. So show them some love. There's links in the description below. And before I tell you some more about that, there's a little message from these guys. Here we are.
Oh no, backward.
Big up Dynasty. Man, I'm going to say I'm moving like Bellerin, but listen, it is what it is. Bellerin couldn't do that. Come on, my people. Show some love.
The life is living, you know. Private.
You want to see what I've ordered from Dynasty and Co. I'm going to look like Dominic Calvin-Lewin, mate.
Oh, my God.
I know Big Steve's already got his Palm Angels tracksuit ordered, so that's coming through real soon. Look out for Steve dripping.
SAEED, don't cap my drip, yeah? Remember,
Listen, man. You ain't got no drip, man.
I see you watching me.
What's your drip?
Not watching me. Don't cap my drip.
What's your drip, though? You don't have no drip. I see last time you Steve's wedding. When you came to Steve's wedding, what was your drip?
Cool. Don't worry, man.
No, but when you got it, just don it in it on the show, and then we see if like your taste matches in it.
Say no more then. Say no more.
There we have it. There we have it. And listen, people, before we get into the football, the website and the Instagram for Dynasty is in the description below. Go show them some love. A follow costs nothing. I can't lie, the garms do cost something. So go on the website. Every Friday, there's flash sales, and they're actually very good flash sales. I can't lie to you. I do like a bit of designer myself, and I've seen the sales recently, and you know, they're top notch every Friday. Look out for that. Obviously on their Instagram, promote it there. And 10% off until Sunday for the Big Six viewers. If you look in the description, Big 610 gets you 10% off all clothing and footwear on the website. So go and have a look. Go and have a look after the show. Obviously, you're here for now. And yeah, Palm Angels, Off-White, Nike exclusives, all of that. If you're into that, people, you know, go give it a look. And big up Dynasty one more time. Matisse,
do I get a discount? Do I get a discount if I become a model for them?
Well, you want to be model, yeah? Trim
wait. Why are you laughing? Like,
why would they?
I was looking for faces who are gonna laugh. Steve,
yeah. I'm laughing. Why would they?
Why like the rest of you laugh? Like, why are you laughing?
I'm just smiling, man. I'm just a happy man.
Okay, but he's smiling.
Sock model, innit? Socks.
But can you let them? And I'll let them know myself. I got their details. Yeah, Turkish. I don't need you, bro. I'm gonna directly contact them, man. I'm looking to be a model.
There you go. Direct contact made. All 6 of us. But listen, there's football to get into. We're already 5 minutes in. People, there's 1.2k in the building. Obviously earlier than usual, and on a Thursday. I think it's something you guys have to get used to. People are asking why. Firstly, it gives people more time to view it before the weekend starts. When we do it Friday night sometimes and the weekend midday games kick off, it doesn't give enough people enough time to view the show. So moving to Thursdays, more regular than not, but still Fridays if we have to do it, because throughout December, the matches are coming thick and fast. So yeah, Matisse, Chelsea, a bit of dip in form. First one under Tuchel, a smile on your face. I caught the end of your live stream yesterday. I told you the streets were saying Teta. That's what the streets were calling him still.
Why are you laughing about over there, huh?
Shall we run it back, man?
Oh wow, the shamelessness. Look, listen, it's definitely a dip in form. I'm going to be calling on my dance partner and brother GRIZZ on this one for sure. Injuries are definitely playing a part, right, GRIZZ? You understand? 100%.
Right, people in the chat. People in the chat, you know what to do. You know what to do in the chat, bro.
There's a guy in the chat called Tommy Fury that's just moving mad. That needs a big pause. Jesus Christ. Go check the comment. Man needed a big pause. He said, can't lie, GRIZZ, you give me a semi.
Why are you picking that out, man? Why are you picking that out?
And you need a big pause for bringing that up as well, isn't it? Always Toby every time.
Bro. I've seen the comment and it's mad. The comment is mad.
But it's about 1,000 comments. That focus on that
comment. Why are you focusing on that comment with the blue oyster sign in the background? I'm getting worried about you. I swear to God, you spend your weekends dressed in a police suit with a fake tash on.
I can't do this.
Someone said Blue District Light, it's mad,
Listen, after all that Chelsea Virgins thing, we might have to call it Toby's Gangbangers. Do you know what I'm saying?
Man said Toby's Gangbangers. You man are going to get the channel locked up.
Can people change his emoji to a blue oyster in the chat? Has to be done.
Oh man, yeah, brilliant. I really wanted a nice distraction, but of course you want to lead with me. So yeah, a lot of injuries, man, and you can get your violins out, but unfortunately, it's facts. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna come with Chelsea's defense attorney today. It is difficult when, and GRIZZ will understand this because I stuck up for Liverpool last year, so that's why I asked for his condolences in this tough time of mine. It's very difficult, man, to play football when you've just got so many guys that are just not of the level in the depth. And I know a lot of people say Chelsea's depth is top, but they're having to prove it. And players like Saul, players like Malang Sarr coming in against Zenit, just Barkley, just like some of these guys really shouldn't be at the football club, if I'm honest. So it's annoying. I didn't expect us to concede 3 goals against Zenit. I have to say, defensively, the team seems to be capitulating in that department. I'm trying to put my finger on to what it is, and I think all these contracts expiring. Chelsea have Thiago Silva expiring this year, Christensen, Rudiger, Aspilicueta, and I don't know if that's unsettling them, it's messing up their concentration or what, because 6 goals conceded in the last 2 games when we weren't even conceding at all before that is nuts to me. So Toby is literally like looking like he's going to burst out laughing. SAEED too. You're all right, gentlemen. What's wrong with you?
Why do you think Chelsea are shit at the minute instead of playing around?
No, because that would be disingenuous to just say Chelsea are now shit when there's clearly injuries. Like you're not silly.
Look what you just said. You just said, because there's uncertainty around their contract. Maybe that's why they're playing badly now. Like it's been the same situation it was like 3 weeks ago. And
but now it's coming to crunch time where January is literally around the corner. It's a little bit more intense in terms of decision making now than as opposed to when it was before.
So it must be that heavy burden to re-sign.
Hey, listen, I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I can't put my finger on as to how a defensive structure that's been the best in the world for the calendar year is now suddenly in the last couple of weeks just faltering. But like I said, if you look at the players that are missing, you know, it's quite clear there's quite a lot of players missing. So what do you want me to say? There's a lot of players missing. The whole midfield is the midfield.
Yeah, but that makes
is basically gone.
The contract stuff. The players missing one is obvious. Like your most informed centre backs are not playing, therefore your defense is not going to be as strong. That one
not even for me. It's not even the centre back situation. It's more the midfield, because Chelsea have just completely lost control in their games in terms of possession. And they used to dominate the ball 65-70% possession.
Liverpool adapted well against who did you play again? AC Milan. I would say that was BC team. You know, they adapted well. They beat them away from home. So and they played. Did you play Milner or something like that? Like, you know, these players don't get opportunities. So
I didn't see Liverpool's team, but they had a lot of injuries.
We played a 19-year-old Tyler Morton as a 6.
There you go.
I call him, but I call him Tyler Busquets Morton. So
we'll forget that one. We'll forget that.
Is that like what we called Harvey Maradona Elliott? Yeah,
similar.
Yeah. Awesome. But do you get what I'm trying to say?
Can I just say? No. Yeah, they've got injuries. Of course, we know that. But Matisse, what I will say is, you only play 2 in midfield, right? Normally.
Yeah.
And you've got like 6 options, so it's not as deep as. When I say deep, I mean, it's not as tragic as I think you're making out. I think it's just a dodgy spell. I don't think
they have to be good options, though.
You paid a lot of money for them, a lot of sought after players, a lot of players that must be busting a gut to get a chance. You're not down to your reserve and youngsters. You're actually down.
I'm not going to lie. I'd rather be down to my reserves and youngsters, because I think the youngsters are coming out of Chelsea's academy is much better.
Billy Gilmore.
Yeah, I'd much rather use Billy Gilmore. I'd much rather use Gallagher over Barkley, who was from Everton, from Saul on loan, 5 million, from Malang Sarr, free. I'd much rather use the academy than use some of these guys. So I think Chelsea would actually prefer to be down to their academy if they were still here and not out on loan, some of them, than using some of these players, some of these very, very washed players. Yeah, that's how I see it.
Which ones are washed then? Which ones are washed for you then? If you were to say, like,
Saul's been a flop. There's no getting around that. It was a gamble to take him on loan from Atletico Madrid in poor form, but we tried to resurrect it. I think the board have to look at that situation and say, why didn't you just go and buy a Tchouaméni or someone who maybe would have cost you some money instead of being in the green over the summer, net spend wise? But they took the gamble to pay for Saul. One scout, Scott has said that he scouted him for the last 2 years. Not sure what he saw in the last 2 years to be bringing him to the Premier League and at a quicker tempo. But again, Atletico Madrid getting away with murder right now. Thomas Partey the same, not adapting. Only really Rodri's really come from that midfield and started to do the business. Malang Sarr was signed on a free. For me, that's just a profit player. That's someone that's going to just, you know, they're just going to be sold for more money. An opportunity really in the window. Didn't do well at Porto last year. Barkley, I don't think I need to tell people on the panel what Barkley is these days in 2021. And, you know, the front three was the senior part of the team. And they obviously scored the 3 goals. Reece James out of position in midfield just to cover again. I thought Reece James was decent. But I think when you're playing with Barkley, you're kind of playing in that pivot on your own. And the defense, to be honest, again, like I said, I didn't expect the defense in Kepa to concede 3. And the only thing I can pencil it on is Christensen and Azpilicueta as to why they've dropped off is maybe because of the uncertainty of their future. I think Azpilicueta could be going to Barcelona. Christensen has messed around a bit with 2 renewals and could be going to AC Milan. So I have no idea where these futures lie for these defenders. But that's the only reason I can think of as to why they're defending like that, because they just got cut open against Zenit. Like, it wasn't 3 set pieces and you can move on. It was proper dismantled against Zenit, like free for all. It's ridiculous.
Steve's stepbrother in the chat, super chat.
Yeah.
Man says Steve. Blue Moon says, remember what I said at the start of that? Chelsea will fall off. Remember, they play with 5 defenders and they have a deep squad. They're shit. City or Liverpool will win.
Now, I said, listen, you got to give me credit because I stuck my neck out when Chelsea were playing well, yeah? And everyone was gassing them up, saying he'd won the league and all that shit.
No one said they won the league. No one said that.
You was dancing in a fur coat in court hospitality, mate, at Chelsea.
What? I can't celebrate goals.
Do you know what I mean? And now you sat there in your bed.
I can't celebrate goals.
Sandwiches, looking all depressed and shit.
Listen, I'm still going hospitality. Don't worry about that, sweetheart. Don't worry about that. I'll still go hospitality.
False. This Chelsea confidence is false, mate. You're too easy to rattle. You put up the wall, but inside the wall is no insulation. You can just push it down whenever you want. And that's how it is. The gremlin vibes, in it. We spoke about it today. The gremlin vibes, in it. When it's going well, you're swinging off the lampshades. When it's not, you're wrapped up in that box, waiting for the chicken leg after midnight.
I'm calm. I know when my players come back fit, the level will return to what it should have been.
Listen, I predicted it. I said you ain't good enough to last the distance in a title race with Man City and Liverpool.
Well, listen, let's see what happens because the season's not over yet. Right now, we're 2 points behind the league.
Early on and said that, and I got shit off Chelsea fans. They all rattling it up in the chat, sending me messages. You don't like Chelsea because they beat you in the Champions League. Nah, they beat me was fair and square in the Champions League. I'm just watching football with my eyes. We played you. We played Liverpool. You ain't as good as us two. I said it, and I'm considering City and Liverpool are going to pull away. And I just think Chelsea, the way West Ham got at you as well, I just think it's not all rosy in the garden. It's not all rosy in the garden there. If you've got players that won't sign contracts for you and you're the European champions and it's all this Tommy Tuchel great football, why aren't they signing the deals?
Well, we're being stingy with the money.
Why would someone leave Chelsea and go AC Milan?
We're being stingy with the money. We're not offering them what they feel they're
worth. That's
worth.
your problem because you've got an oil guy that owns it. If we started being stingy with money, we get shit. So you can't whinge about injuries because you can buy whoever you want like us. You can't whinge about money because you can offer whatever you want. So it's down to
we can buy who we want, but that's not how we operate. And I've been saying that for the last God knows how many months that Chelsea don't go and buy it all. Arsenal have spent more than Chelsea over the last few years. So have Man United. But when I say that, people are saying,
only because Abramovich
old narratives.
People
are wrapped up with old narratives that Chelsea just go out and buy whoever they want. Chelsea have been spending what they bring in via sales. I've been saying that.
No. You do go out and buy who you want. You just now are able to turn a profit from the players you have in your academy.
Yeah.
Right. So books have to balance, right?
No. But yeah, books have to balance. It's not books have to balance. You wanted Kai Havertz and you went out and got him. Even if you didn't sell certain players in the summer, you would have been able to go out and buy Kai Havertz regardless.
But they wouldn't have. That's the key here. If they didn't sell Eden Hazard and have the transfer ban, they wouldn't have splashed that kind of money on Havertz. I don't think they would have. Because that's just the way Chelsea have operated for the last few years. That's why we're turning profits.
I disagree wholeheartedly.
So why didn't? So if Chelsea can buy who they want and they can spend whatever they want, which they can, but they don't. They choose not to. Why didn't they go and buy Declan Rice over the summer? Why didn't they go and buy Tchouaméni? Why did they go with Saul on loan? Why are we even doing loan deals? Do Man City do loan deals?
Look how many ECMs you got, and you're asking them to go sign another one for 60, 70 million.
For me personally, if you look at Chelsea's balance of their midfield,
you just asked me a question, and I said, "Look how many CMs you've got." But
there's no balance. You can have as many CMs as you want. There's no balance.
But you lot are raving about Gallagher, who you want to play a part in your first team next season. You still got Loftus-Cheek, you still got Jorginho, you still got Kovacic, and you still got Kante. And on top of that,
three of them injured.
Yeah. But you said, "Oh, go spend money." I'm like, clearly, they must have a plan to get some of these players into your team, and then on top of that, you want them to go and spend another 60, 70 million on a central midfielder.
The point is with Chelsea's midfield. The point is with Chelsea's midfield is much like Man United. It's top heavy. It's not balanced.
Which one do you want?
What I want is balance. It's not balanced. You can have as many midfield. Man United have the same problem. You can have loads of midfielders. Man United have plenty of midfielders. There's no balance.
Do you know what?
There's only one sitter at Chelsea, and that's Jorginho.
Do you know what? If I was a Chelsea fan right now, right, and this is no gas, no banter. I'm trying to bring some analysis to the game. Like these lot after you, yeah. I'm not. I sympathize with injuries, right? But what I would say though, people, right, and I don't know if you guys agree. When you're in a situation like this at a top club with a top coach, you're in the middle of the season. You can't just fucking go out and buy players because there's no window at the moment, right? January, whatever. This is where a world-class elite coach earns his money.
Yep.
This is where the likes of whoever, I'm not going to name coaches of the past, but whatever, the situation, you know what the situation is, right? You got injuries, whatever. You got to work your squad, work your team, work your formation, work the players. He's got to improve the players. So it's all well and good. Yeah, injuries. Again, I don't want to make it about Liverpool. We saw, and he made it work. Though. He made it work. In the end, we fucking finished third in one of the most disastrous seasons ever. You guys are only 2 points off. I don't agree with Steve that it's gonna be a 2-horse race. I think it's gonna be a 3-horse race. I agree that as good as us two, but I still think you've got enough in that squad to make a comeback. When I say comeback, you're only 2 points are fucking off. It's not over. But I think it's time Tactical Tommy lived up to that title I gave him.
Well, he definitely needs to bounce back. I'm expecting.
Yeah, he needs to bang up. Yeah.
The rest of the fixtures in December, realistically, outside of Wolves away, which seems to be tricky for a lot of teams. You guys showed that at the weekend. Even though we should still be going to Wolves and winning, we need to go on a run. We have to, regardless of the injuries. I'm still expecting Chelsea to go on a run and say, when we play Liverpool 2nd of January, still be in the mix in terms of points. We shouldn't be any more further behind than we are right now on the 2nd of January if we're serious. So we'll see what happens in the next few fixtures over December, but I'm expecting some sort of fight back from the team.
I'm just loving it, man.
Bigger picture, you're allowed to dip in form. Like, for all this turmoil, you finished 2nd in your group, and how many points are you off the top spot in the Premier League?
2, man.
2 points.
So it's not the end of the world, but I do agree with Steve in a sense where, like, all of a sudden you've only lost 2 games and it's like, oh, the excuses come out of the woodwork. Excuses. Just roll with the punches and regroup.
Yeah, that's it. Because I didn't like the fact that
you back your team and you know your team, innit? Because City lost tomorrow or weekend. I'm still saying exactly the same because I know that we can lose, but I also know where we're going and the way we're playing. But with Chelsea, I just think they're a good side, but I just think, have they got it over the season consistently? I think they switch off every now and then. And I just think teams can get at them a little bit and rattle them. I've seen teams rattle City, but we seem to get a bit of composure and we can go again and get a result. Liverpool at Wolves, some will say Liverpool was rattled. They were getting frustrated. They couldn't get the ball in, but they stuck to the guns. Then he got Origi on. He went back to basics and he got the goal. That's the sign of a good manager. I mean, Chelsea, I think they're a good side. I said that Stamford Bridge is a good side, but I just think they're easier to pick up points off, and I just think they will drop off if Tuchel proves me wrong. Listen, he made me humble pie 3 times last season. 3 times I was saying that guy, we should have won that Champions League, and it haunts me to this day. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying my opinion that I think, they're not as good as the other 2, and I just think, they're there to be got at. But I think over this coming Christmas period, there's going to be some mad results. I'm talking mad ones. I think City could drop points. Liverpool could drop points. I think it could just go crazy.
It always is around December because of the fixture pile-up. But listen, Chelsea Leeds predictions in a minute. I'm going to go through some of the super chats while you guys think of your predictions. The one just gone, money equals quality, GRIZZ. This is on course to be a worse injury crisis than Liverpool last season, and we ain't getting half the excuses.
Yeah, thank you for the super chat.
Also, Tuchel didn't spend
That's a bit too far, though.
He didn't spend that money.
Out.
Ronaldinho says, respect to Steve for predicting the downfall of the Gucci Bandy. Also, do you think Salah is in the convo for Premier League goal? No. Sorry, GRIZZ. I don't mean that in a rude way. I like Salah, but he's not touching Henry. I'm not having it. Matisse is capping. Chelsea can buy whoever they want. The club just didn't want Rice. Only the fans did.
I mean, that's incorrect, to be honest. But Tuchel definitely wants him, and the club have had interest in him. Certain parts of the board, not the whole board, but certain parts of the board definitely have interest. So
they wanted Haaland as well. To be fair,
yeah, I think that's one of the most difficult deals to do in football outside the release clause. To be honest, so I'm not really bothered about that one.
Najib says, did Chelsea lose? It's true, many Chelsea fans got too gassed too early, but I'm not scared of Bayern or Madrid. Ajax are a potential banana skin, though. And Dan says, the Liverpool and City have mental coaches. United now have one, which surprised me. They never did. Wondering if you think that makes a big difference. Do you guys have that?
I don't know.
When he says mental coaches, what good ones? Like,
I mean, like, it must mean that in terms of
mental,
your mental character. I think
mental health and shit.
The same as is that what it is?
I think that's what he means. Like psychology, like what's the word I'm looking for? Psychologists.
I thought he meant like
psychological,
being serious and not doing this, fashionista.
Because they haven't been a terrorist
sports.
When was the last time you were a serious title race, Matisse? 4 years.
When was the last time Chelsea were in a title race?
Yeah, like a serious title race.
No, since 2017 when Chelsea won it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. So that's why maybe you guys maybe haven't got that kind of mental edge over City, Liverpool, who have been there and done it in the last 3 4 years.
We shouldn't have the mental edge. No, we're only in the conversation, in my opinion, because of the quality of the team. In terms of experience, Manchester City and Liverpool have gone toe to toe, 90 points back and forth. I've always said that. But the only reason why I put us in the conversation is because the manager is a top manager, in my opinion. He's got to now go and prove that over this next month before January. And the team, not some parts of the depth now is really questionable, but the team when they're out there, the first 11 and maybe first 15, top squad. So that's where I'm at.
Eric says, has any team won the league yet? Chelsea will win the league, and why is a Tottenham supporter questioning Chelsea? Liverpool had injuries and finished third. AJ says, Chelsea have lost 2 games this season. Relax with the chat. 6 weeks of injury problems and still 2 points from the top. City, Liverpool's issues are coming. United fans, shush. That's how he likes to say. Matisse, go on.
Leeds at home. I mean, Leeds this season are probably a lot worse than they were obviously before. They might have been found out in terms of the way that they play. They are a threat, obviously, energy wise, but I do expect us to bounce back. I'll probably go with a 3-1 win against Leeds.
Yeah, that's exactly why I put down 3-1. Yeah, I think you lot will bounce back, man. I predicted you guys for the title, not to dismiss Man City, because I thought they would be. Liverpool are surprising me this season that they're so consistent again with what was not a great window. But I think Chelsea will probably pull through. It all kind of rests on Lukaku for me, but we'll see. Steve?
Yeah, they beat Leeds 3-0. Leeds are struggling right now. I told you what I thought of Leeds the other week. Got a load of shit for that, but you know what I mean? Some dodgy guy on a bucket.
3-0.
Oh my god.
SAEED?
Yeah, man. I don't know if you guys know, but Leeds have got injuries to Bamford already. He just come back from an injury and he's out for another hamstring. I think the midfielder Phillips is out as well. So I think Chelsea will do it. I'm going to go for 2-0.
2-0. GRIZZ?
3-0. Saeed's spot on. They've got so many injuries, man. It's mad. Apparently, Bamford got that injury while celebrating the goal from his comeback.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because I was wondering when he picked that up.
Yeah, he literally came and scored.
Leeds, they might go down.
Nah, they won't go down. Like
he played in midweek, Bamford, against City's youth team, and he scored against City's youth as well. And then he come back against for Leeds, scored and got injured.
TOBS?
Yeah.
I'm going 2-0 as well. They got too many players missing, but big picture this season, they'll be fine as far as relegation is concerned.
Cool. Chelsea Leeds done. Thinking about the champions. Oh yeah. Might as well go to United next. Who's United got this weekend? Norwich away.
Norwich.
Obviously, you man qualified. Congratulations, you man qualified from the group stage for
man.
the first time in how many years? Well done.
But where are you, man? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. This rivalry is no rivalry, so I don't want to make you guys relevant. But you know what I mean.
Accept the congratulations and keep it moving.
But then why did you put a little dig in there? You know what I mean? You could have just said congratulations on moving to the next round. You know what I mean? Just leave it at there. But yeah, we've got Norwich on Saturday, 5:30 kickoff. I think it'll be. The thing is, I want to say convincing, but the last few kind of performances from Norwich has been encouraging for them. You know, in terms of they're not getting wiped aside. You know, I think they've got 2 wins and a draw. I believe they've got. So you know, what I mean, it's not going to be a foregone conclusion, but I still think it will be a comfortable win for United. I think we're just ticking over. Like I said to you, wasn't easy on the young boys, but to be honest with you, we had a lot of changes. But I think we know what our team is now. I think we know what we've got. Cavani should be back for the game, I believe. So we've got a lot of depth in there now. There's a lot of competition for places, man. You know, if you look at the... Sorry?
Did I see you say bring on PSG next round?
Listen.
I saw it. He did.
Yeah, listen, I don't fear PSG, to be honest. I fear Bayern Munich. I don't fear PSG. I really don't, because they might have the world-class players in Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, but I don't think they're as kind of... The chemistry is quite there, and I think they can be got out. Their midfield isn't great. I think Verratti keeps their midfield credible, if I'm being honest with you. And their back line, man, Kimpembe, I don't rate Kimpembe. I think he's overrated. I think Marquinhos is unbelievable, but I think they can be got out. Listen, if PSG come to town, I think we can beat them over 2 legs. So listen, and that's being me very humble. So listen, it is what it is. What's this way laughing for? Sorry, Chris, what are you laughing for? You know what I mean? Just let me have a moment here, man. I think we can beat them over 2 legs anyway. But it is what it is. But nah, I think we're comfortable, man. I think Norwich, there's not much kind of into this preview. I think we'll beat them convincingly. I'm going to go United to win 2-0. 2-0. I think we'll get a result because I think defensively we're getting better now. So we're going to go for United 2-0. But I'm big up to Zidane Iqbal as well, man, because, you know, it's good for representation from, you know, South Asia. So I just want to big him up, man. You know, I know his family and whatnot and, you know, the people around him. So, you know what I mean? Big up to him. Big up to Zidane Iqbal and whatnot. So, yeah, man. Good to see representation in the football game. But, yeah, I think 2-0 United.
2-0. And you lot brought on Robbie Savage's son, innit?
Yeah, Robbie Savage's son. You know what I mean? It makes me feel old, that, man, because I remember when he was playing for Blackburn on them days. So,
it's mad.
You know,
GRIZZ.
What 2-0 you said?
Yeah,
I said
Norwich
3-0.
United.
Yeah, I say 3-0. We stroll in the park. Norwich are fucking dog food, innit?
Yeah, they pretty much are.
Man United 3-0. I think they rested all their players. They shouldn't concede a goal either. Hold on, is Maguire back and Varane back?
Yeah, man, but you know, let's not talk about Maguire, man. You know
Is Varane back as well?
Varane, I'm not sure. I think he might be thinking about Brentford game, but it could be. I don't know. It won't be the same, man. It won't be like Ollie, man, just rushing people back, man. It'll have to be physically top tip condition. You know,
I go 3-0. I stick with
3-0, yeah?
I stick with 3-0. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Shit, what am I doing? 2-0 SAEED, 3-0 GRIZZ. Dinesh says, evening everyone. Mo Salah is touching GOAT of the Premier League if he continues in his goals next 3 years. If he wins the Champions and Premier League, he will be a GOAT. Henry flop in the Champions League. That, mate, you don't have to fucking throw a dig in at the end. Like I said, I respect Mo Salah, but you know what? We'll talk in a few years. Let's see what else Mo Salah and Liverpool do together.
Look, I think it's a fantastic super chat, but you spoil it, innit? Like calling my man Sarah. But that's the only thing I would say. But he's talking. Unfortunately, he's talking facts. Fortunately, because but what did he say? He said if he continues at the same rate for the next 3 years, wins another Champions League and a Premier League, I think we all have to change up. I think Henry is the greatest player, is the best player the Premiership's ever graced. The best. But greatest, if that happens and Mo Salah does that for another 3 years, that would be 9 years he's done it. 8 years, sorry. 8 years he's done it. And if he wins another Champions League and another Premier League, we have a different conversation.
Yeah, he will. Yeah,
we'll be here to discuss it. Let's hope. Anyway, Kevin says Cavani and Varane start full training with the team on Monday. Should be in contention for next week, but not this weekend. Big up everybody. Kevin. Love Kevin, man.
Big up Kevin.
Love for the love people, as always. There's 2.8k in the building. Make sure you guys hit the likes, get it up to 1,000 before the show ends. As always, it's a tradition now to make it happen. Where are we, TOBS?
I think I'm going to go for Man United 3-1, man. Norwich are a dead man walking, but they're actually playing some good stuff as of late. I thought they played really well against us. Didn't defend well, but in possession, I thought they did. They looked bright. I think the 3-0 scoreline we gave them was definitely harsh on them. Like if they had their finishing boots on, they could have made that a much harder game. Gilmore, he looks like really good. I can't even lie. Like he looks really good. So I think Norwich will give Man United a harder game than most people expect. So I'm going to go for 3-1. 3-1 to United.
Cool. 3-1. Matisse?
Yeah, similar to Toby. I think Norwich, they've bounced back a little bit since the sacking of their former manager, Falk. And they've brought in, obviously, Dean Smith and Gilmore. I think 2 man of the matches in his first 2 games. He's looking good. They're ticking over nicely. So they actually can see the light at the end of the tunnel now in terms of actually maybe trying to put up a relegation fight and trying to get out of that. So they're going to be fully charged as well. Norwich are at home, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will definitely be a game. I don't think it'll just be a walkover. I'll probably go 3-1 as well. Actually, I think that's a fair score on Man United.
3-1. Cool. I'm going 3-0. Yeah, I saw some of the pressing that Ralph wants to do, and I expect him to get more out of it game by game. Norwich are poor, man. They should have scored against you, TOBS. I can't lie, at least one goal, but they are.
No, they're not a good side. Of course, their personnel is awful, but in terms of like the stuff that they're actually playing, it's a dramatic improvement to what we were seeing under Daniel Farke in the initial couple of games. They're going down regardless. Like nothing is going to save them, but that at least they're actually looking at like they want to play some Premier League standard football as of late.
Who's more overrated, McTominay or Jorginho?
Is McTominay even rated?
That's the question I was going to ask.
It would be Jorginho then, wouldn't it?
It's mad. Steve, round it up.
Yeah, I think United will beat them easy. It'll be 2-0, I think. Norwich are just... It's just fucking pointless, isn't it? Unless Dealey Smith comes out at half time and has a rant again, and he might get a bit of bollocks about him. Other than that, no, United will beat them.
That will forever be the best moment.
What did she say again?
Where are you?
Hackney Avenue. That was against City. That was against City. That against City, and we beat them as well. I think we're getting beat at half time. Fucking mad.
They got flogged in the second half. Yeah.
She fell asleep. Did you see her against Newcastle the other day? She fell asleep.
Yeah, I saw her.
She hasn't
While
got
the
that
game was
energy
on.
Too many wines, isn't it?
He's had enough, man.
Yeah, 2-0, man. 2-0.
I might as well stick with you as well, Steve. 2-0, you're going with United. Man City through in the Champions League, albeit a loss. And Wolves at home this weekend. Yeah,
daft game the other night. Needless game. Kyle Walker gets sent off. Don't even know what he's doing.
What a diff.
He's just stupid, mate. You know what I mean? So that annoyed me. Foden got an injury, so that annoyed me. I understand what he's saying. I think if he'd have gone there and played all them kids he had on the bench, because Leipzig are not a bad little side, you know what I mean, going forward. They score goals, you know what I mean, against them kids. They might have overrun us, so I get what he's saying, trying to play De Bruyne and Mahrez, get the fitness back up and that. But it is what it is. It was just one of them games, and just disappointed with the sending off. The result didn't matter. We've won the group. We're going into Wolves in good form. I mean, Wolves will be tough because we know they can defend, but they struggle to score. So I think they're going to look at the way Southampton set up at the Etihad and think, let's just frustrate the life out of City. They frustrated the life out of Liverpool. They got a sucker punch at the end. But I think they've got to play the crowd. If they can dig deep and get the crowd up at the Etihad after 30, 40 minutes, still 0-0, the City fans, a majority of them who are used to this luxury football, who start whinging, they might start getting on the players' case. I think if we score early, I think we'll tear them apart because I think they've got to then come out. I think we'll get the win. I don't think it'll be a demolition job. I don't care if it is, it isn't. We just, at the minute, we're in that business end for City now. We just got to keep rolling. So my prediction, I'm going to go 2-0, Man City.
Anyone you're looking to avoid in Champions League?
No, to be honest, I'm in. Listen, you've got to play them at some point. The Champions League is the Champions League. It's mad. You know what I mean? So I'm just looking forward to it. A nice away day would be good, somewhere nice. But with what's going on with the virus and that, I reckon everywhere will be on lockdown. So it might be back to the behind closed doors crap that we're going to watch, I think. But no, I mean, I'm looking at, we can get into Milan, Salzburg, Atletico Madrid. You know what I mean? I'll take any of them at the minute.
Who do you want?
I wouldn't mind saying that. I wouldn't mind Atletico Madrid, me.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Even though Atletico ain't what they was last season or used to be. SAEED and Matisse, I didn't ask you guys, who do you want in the Champions League? Matisse?
Yeah, go Matisse.
Lille. That's the only good option for us. I think they've dropped off massively in Liga after sacking their manager last season. The other options are Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, and Ajax, who did 6 out of 6. So definitely Lille.
SAEED?
That would be beautiful, man. Bayern versus Chelsea.
I'm all right. I've seen that already.
Yeah. Listen, I said it already, man. I want PSG.
Oh yeah, you're doubling down on that.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
You mean you want Europa?
Well, you don't.
Well, they wouldn't even be getting Europa. They'd be finished.
Oh, is there no more Europa?
No.
Oh, you want to concentrate on the league?
Yeah. Well, no, not really. Want to try.
You ain't getting through PSG, man. Come on, there's easier tryout there for you.
I've just got a little special mention, obviously, for Bernardo again, because obviously, the way he's playing at the minute, unbelievable, fantastic. You know what I mean? He ran the most again out the whole Premier League at weekend against Watford, and you wouldn't think that against Watford, wouldn't you? You think if a team's strolling, that you'd take it easy. 12.5 kilometers he ran. Again, you know what I mean? 2 goals. The guy's up there. We're talking about Salah and we're giving him his props, but Bernardo Silva's right up there for an all-round player at the minute. Assists, goals, work rate. He's just leading by example. And for anyone that's watching, Man City just released a little documentary, only about 5 minutes, walking around Manchester City Centre with Bernardo Silva, his bird, and his dog. And his dog is called John, after John Stones.
Wow.
Mate, this guy is the most humble guy you've ever seen. He's walking around Manchester shouting John, and his dog's running around in the puddles and that. And he said, I called it John after my best friend, John Stones. The guy just don't look like a footballer, man. You know, just mad, mate. But listen, if you watch that, it's a good little insight into him. And yeah, Bernardo Silva at the minute, he's legendary. And, thinking about him leaving now after coming back from he had that great season, yeah, and then he dipped, and we thought, oh, he's going to leave, and people weren't too bothered. They were like, okay, we'll take it. But now, thinking of him leaving, the level he's at, it's just a no-no. He just
Liverpool fans are not happy, man. Steve, you mentioned Bernardo Silva in the chat.
Say again.
The Liverpool fans in the chat are not happy. You mentioned Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, but they're just idiots in it that just look at they look at Salah scoring goals and go, oh, Salah. That's great, but I'm talking about real football people that look at Bernardo Silva's contribution all around the game.
Nah, but look. I don't know why SAEED brought up Liverpool fans. So I'll rep the Liverpool fans.
I know you're trying to. I know you want to keep this respect between these, but
no.
City and Liverpool fans just shake hands. Love each other. Friends.
Let me finish in it.
I haven't finished though.
No, you have finished. You said there's what they're talking about, right? Liverpool fans, what they're talking about is, look, Bernardo Silva's been fucking fantastic. He's a dirty little rat. Forget that. I'm not talking about that. He's fantastic. Steve's right. As a footballer, he's only second to Salah, probably around Europe. He's fantastic. What the people are laughing at is how's their best player walking around City Centre with no one coming up to him. Just shows you, like, can you imagine Salah walking around, no one coming up to him?
I don't think it was about that, but yeah.
I think it was. No one cares.
Nah, because we're respectful in Manchester, innit? We're respectful, innit? We don't go bugging the players and that. I know you're all starstruck and want pictures and that, but we're respectful, innit? Even SAEED's seen Pep Guardiola a few times and let it roll.
5-minute documentary. Come on, let's move on. 5-minute documentary. Let's move on.
Listen, I know your documentary FC, innit? I know every time you do something, you have a corner, you make a documentary about it. You know what I mean?
5 minutes. That's what they say. Man City, 5 minutes.
In the European Cup final, they made a documentary about that. You nearly won the league. They made a documentary.
5 minutes. 5 minutes about one man and his dog.
Do you know what I mean? It's what it is. Documentary FC, innit? Documentary FC, innit?
One man and his dog. History Channel. Let me touch it now, man.
Oh, okay, History Channel. Okay, you're chiming in as well, yeah, big boy. Yeah, you're chiming in as well. Yeah,
Johnny the banner, mate. Just as
there's a new documentary coming out. One league in 30 years.
Yes, man, we got man talk over there.
One league in 30 years, man. It's mad.
One league in 30 years. Yeah, it's only on for half an hour.
Go on, SAEED. Over to you.
SAEED, blessings. Thank you for that.
No, man, it's all right, man. I can spice it up, man.
Wow.
Go on, SAEED.
Sorry, what are you saying, man? The purpose of this show is not like the purpose of the show is to give a prediction.
What we do Wolves, City. I'm gonna go with City to win 3-1.
Someone's come back with it wasn't 5 minutes, it was 12 minutes.
You couldn't write it. Jesus Christ.
Sorry,
prove that point.
What did SAEED say?
He said 3-1.
Yeah, 3-0. 3-0 City.
You know what? Do you know what would have been banter though if they would have had Bernardo Silva walking around with a brew just to wind them Liverpool fans up, innit? TG tips or something. That'd be tough, man, innit?
Or a book.
TOBS.
I'll go with Steve as well. 2-0 to Man City.
Why are you going with Steve? Why can't you do your own?
Because that's the scoreline I predicted. And
That's the tactic he's going with to keep himself in the hunt.
So you give your score in it. Like this makes out you're scanning other people's scores and predictions.
I'm not scanning anything, bro.
Say with your own chest. Say with your own chest.
I think you're a little hot and bothered because I'm right behind you. That's why.
I know you're totally on it.
That's why. You're a little hot and bothered because I'm literally right behind you.
Steve, see how he's talking about being behind me again and hot and bothered.
Bro,
You guys, man,
Stars P said something. Stars P tweeted something about like how like
give me hell out, man. Give me hell out, man.
You are the problem. So if you got those thoughts in your head, you are the problem.
You're getting stitched up, Toby, for a week.
You have to get your time out, man, for people that wild stuff.
TOBS, you said 2-0, yeah?
2-0, yeah. Grizzlies to
Cool.
chill, man.
I'm chill, bro. I'm chill.
You know what you man are doing? You man have got Skull is watching this right now. One day.
Why is he making notes about me? Nothing. Why is he making notes about me? I'm here. I'm not saying nothing.
What it is.
I'm not saying nothing.
I'm have to stay in Manchester, man. You know what I mean? This thing down south is a bit mad, you know.
Oh shit. Okay. Right. I gotta be a bit different here with these scores. I'm gonna go 1-0. I think I'm gonna give Wolves their credit. They've been really, really good defensively. And I think sometimes City can get frustrated at home, and they played midweek, so I'm going to give it. Wolves had a full week to prepare for this. Hopefully they do something. So yeah, 1-0 Man City.
1-0. I can't lie. I thought Liverpool were gonna, handle Wolves. I said 3-0. Yeah, I did say 3-0. But Wolves done well, but I just don't see them shutting up Liverpool and City in the same. What are you laughing at, Steve?
Just a chat there, tapping balls.
When you laugh, I look, that's the first thing I thought.
Some fruity off views, man. I don't play that.
You started talking about dodgy things, and then all of a sudden the blue light comes.
Matt said, did I just miss how you tried to talk about History FC?
Yeah.
Cool. Where are we? I said 3-0 Man City. I'm going with 3-0. I don't think Wolves are going to shut up both Liverpool and Man City back to back.
You know what I think we should do for a Christmas special, just to make Toby feel at home, yeah? I think we should all dress up as the village people, like an Indian, a builder, and we'll all do the YMCA. You know what I'm talking about at Saturday night in the bar. YMCA.
Can we shut this down, please, right now?
I've got absolutely no problem with it, mate. You've been saying Chelsea for so long.
This ain't running. I'll literally walk off the street if I see YMCA shenanigans. Yeah.
Let's everybody in the chat. Why?
Sometimes you ain't even got to see it. Sometimes, again, Skullfuggery just does wonders behind the scenes, and then the video just out there. It's all.
He'll probably do it. He's probably on it now, man. Guy's got bad time.
I'm just giving him idea. Crazy.
Yeah, look, just let me clarify that in the chat. Someone said, Steve, you're racist. I'm Indian. If you know what the YMCA is, it's an Indian chief with a big Indian headdress and a bow and arrow, that kind of Indian. If you're one of them Indians, fair play.
Ignore ignorance, man. Ignore ignorance.
Yeah, ignore ignorance. That's the thing. When people don't know what people don't know what you're talking about.
Before you get any defamation.
Some people, man.
Steve's got the clam. You leave your car parking in the wrong spot.
Look, the chat's doing it now. The chat's doing the YMCA all the way down. Young man.
Johnny said young man. Imagine starting it off. All right, cool. Let's move on because TOBS is feeling, I don't know. TOBS is feeling a certain type of way.
There's some fruity shit, man. Count me out of that.
Another one. Liverpool, Aston Villa. another interesting game, you know. But you lot at home, which makes it kind of more comfortable, Grizz.
Yeah, it's the big one, like in terms of hype, like because of the Stevie Gerrard. Otherwise, it's a standard 3 p.m. Again, it's the third game in a row where we're playing 3 p.m. on a Saturday afternoon. It's like old school grandstand style. Do you know what I mean? It's true, man. Them days when you just play 3 p.m. every Saturday and check the scores. And, you know, we've come out, you know, since the West Ham, we've come out and scored some mad goals and conceded only 2. Like 17 goals we've scored now and since the West Ham and only conceded 2. Take away the Steven Gerrard hype. This game should be a standard 3 points.
Oh yeah, I even slipped my mind that the Gerrard hype.
Yeah.
You don't think
that thumbnail, man? I was disappointed you didn't put Stevie G in there, man. I was gonna boycott.
Well, we'll put his reaction come Monday, whether he's sad or happy.
Okay.
Who's supporting Grizz?
Would you not do a solid favour, Grizz? Would you not?
No. I want to smash his head in, mate. On Saturday. I mean, like, listen. At the end of the day, he's the son of Liverpool and all that, and he's my hero and all that. But come 3 p.m. Saturday, I wanna maybe give him a little clap at the start. But by the end of I want around the 80th minute, we want to be singing his name when we're 4-0 up. That's the kind of shit I want. Yeah.
You man are ruthless.
You know? I think that's the biggest violation. You're pamming his team, but you think he's poker faced. You know, this guy's poker faced. You know what I mean? He's gonna look at the end of the day. You got to realize he's gonna want 3 points because that's the kind of he's a winner.
He is.
Everywhere he's gone, like winner, the player, the coach, he's developing into a pure winner. So he's not gonna have no half measures or anything about Liverpool and the title race or anything. He's gonna come to Anfield, try to stop us. Because one thing everyone thought he's going to be a flamboyant coach, attacking and all this kind of stuff like he was a player. He's turned out to be a quite meticulous tactical coach, like stopping other teams. Like his European record shows that. He likes to go to European destinations, like in the competitions and stopping other teams. So he's going to try to stop us. And I'm pretty sure we've got the right man to coach us in terms of Klopp, who's going to say, ignore all that Stevie G hype and pretend they're Southampton or whatever. But saying that, they're a good team. They're a decent team. They gave City a run for their money in that second half. Okay, the first half was a bit of a walk in the park, but second half they gave him a run for their money, and he's won 3 out the other 3 games. So he's had a very decent start. They've got some. I'm a big fan of McGinn in midfield. What's that brother up front? Ollie Watkins looks like he's lively again. You know what I mean? He's been dead for so long, but he looks like he's lively again. So we're going to have to play good. We've had a nice rest. He rested most of the big boys, apart from Salah and Mane. But even them, they only played 60 minutes, had a nice little run out. Salah continues to score everywhere he goes. So, yeah, it's looking good at the moment. It's looking solid. City have won 6 in a row, Steve. Yeah. They've won 6 in a row, innit? We've won 4 in a row. This is the runs that we were talking about. We talked about, me and Steve did talk about these runs that we're going to now is one of us is going to go on a 10 to 15 game unbeaten or possible, not even unbeaten, possible winning run. I hope we continue that, man, because if we don't, you know, Chelsea and City are definitely winning their home games. They've got the slightly easier this week. That's the peril that these teams go into every week. R3, we have to get 3 points. Anything else is a disaster. Look at Chelsea fans, couple of dodgy results, and suddenly, you know, it's like disaster. So you've got to keep going. And sod Stevie Gerrard for this weekend, man. I don't know him.
Anyone think Stevie can do something at Liverpool?
No. Listen, Liverpool, seriously, will beat them easy. There's a lot of huffing and puffing with the Villa team. People say with City, like, second half they played well. They did. But I'll be honest with you, we was in second gear, cruising it. First half, job was done. Same with Liverpool. Liverpool will do the same. I think they'll just win it at a canter. They won't embarrass him. I don't think they'll embarrass him. I think he'll get it's at Anfield, right? So he's going to get a good reception. You can see what he's trying to do. He's up and down in that technical area. He doesn't sit on his laurels. If things need changing, he changes it. I think he's got Gary McAllister and that with him. Things like that was happening. So yeah, fair play to him. Steven Gerrard, you know, great player, and hopefully be a great manager. But when we played him at Villa, he was. They reminded me a little bit of Stoke. They had like towels at the side of the pitch. They were drying the ball and putting big long throw-ins to that Tyrone Mings. So expect if they get a throw in edge of your box, Tyrone Mings is in the mixer. So that's where it's coming from. So Alisson will have to be on it. But listen, he's playing with what he's got. He's obviously that until he gets his own men in, that's what he's going to be. But I think Liverpool beating me convincingly. I think it'll be.
We don't know. We haven't started predictions yet.
Oh right, okay, yeah, go for it then.
Grizz looked up straight away, like, yo, I'm getting inside information.
Like, wait your turn, innit, bro?
Before you give your prediction, I just want to remind people. Actually, there's 3.2k in the building, so big up everyone tuning in live. Like I said, it's a day early. It's a bit earlier than usual. It is what it is in December, especially with all the fixtures piling up. We have to fit in shows in between mad schedules, so look out for more mad timings and that throughout December. Obviously, the show is sponsored today, so a reminder that the website and the Instagram for Dynasty and Co is in the description below. Make sure you check them guys out. It's a good friend of mine, and it's a good business as well. So obviously, go look there. There's a big 610 discount code for 10% off. And as always, subscribe to Steve, SAEED, GRIZZ, TOBS, and Matisse, including THUGGEry, all the Big Six team. Make sure you show some love all around, because all of us make it what it is, including you guys. I think we're just touching 900 likes, so get it over. It should be over 2,000 likes. If it's over 3,000 people, it should be. But get it over 1,000 people. Grizz, go on.
I'm gonna go 2-1. 3-1. 3-1. Sorry, I'm gonna go 3-1.
3-1. Sudden burst of optimism. All right, Tobes.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 3-1 as well.
All right, cool. Straight to the point. Matisse.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Liverpool.
Comfy. I'm going 3-1 as well. Steve.
I'm going 4-0 Liverpool.
You've been saying 4-0 every week. You're such a.
You know, it's a few times you don't have won 4-0 though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, when he gets one, he's going for. I know what he's doing. I know his tactics.
I need some tactics, for fuck's sake. Who's next? SAEED.
Call him, innit?
We're off a 3-0.
3-0, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Arsenal, Southampton. No Europe for us in the week, so nothing to talk about there. So straight into Southampton. Listen, it's a weird one, man, because a few weeks ago we're talking about Arsenal's 5th, joint with West Ham in 4th, goal difference separating them, and I know we're not too far off it now, but that Everton performance, forget the result for a sec, the performance coupled up with the result, I don't know what to. What's the best we can hope for this season? Again, top 6. Again, top 6. So when I'm on this show, yeah, I remember Steve, I think, was it last week or the week? The Everton prediction or Man United prediction, he was like, you know, you need to be a bit more, and I think you said it to Toad before as well, but Steve, the best for us this season's top 6. That's not fucking good enough.
I just think that's where you. I think that's where you are, though, innit? As a club at the minute, I don't think you looking at the players and that. I don't think you're anywhere near the top 4. I don't think they are. And I'm looking, and I'm going to hit the nail on the head because I tried to give Arteta a chance, but he's persisting with players there. I don't care, right? If people play Thomas Partey on fucking FIFA and tell me he's a good player, because he isn't a good player. Let me tell you that now. No elite manager in the Premier League's using him. Under Simeone at Atletico Madrid, he probably worked in a system. But when you're playing for Arsenal and you're getting rolled off teams they're out fighting you, he's not up for the fight. You don't want to know. And Granit Xhaka is the same.
was winning the fight.
Exactly, but Granit, I mean, come on, Decore. Partey v Decore. Partey should be dominating him, shouldn't he? He should be dominating him. He should be controlling games. Look at Rodri at City. He's controlling games. Fernandinho used to do it. And with Arsenal, they've got no one that can control the game. They're looking at it, and you're playing a little bit of nice football, Ramsdale and all that, knocking it about and stuff. But when it comes to the crunch, you got out-fought. When a team needed a pair of bollocks, Everton got a pair of bollocks. You lot rolled over. They've got a soft underbelly. The Arsenal team is soft. That Granit Xhaka, you had an opportunity to get rid of him, and he's still there with a new contract.
And
He
Eddie
ain't good enough.
Nketiah. And we're trying to offer him.
You've got Nketiah that comes on. You've got Pepe on the bench. It's weird. And Arteta has gone a bit weird. I don't know what it is. I ain't got the answer to it. And you know what? It's draining. As a City fan trying to talk about Arsenal, it fucking drains me. So you must be drained to death.
Bro,
do you know what I mean?
I
sympathise with you. I sympathise with you.
When I started this show, we was actually in the fucking top 6. So I didn't envision 2 years later having to be humble every single week against, 3 or 4 out of you guys over the last couple of years. It's mad. One question I want to ask every single one of you here, yeah? Arsenal's squad, yeah? Where is it in the league? Is it the 5th best squad? Is it the 7th? Is it the 6th? Like, where do you see it, Steve?
Well, I think City, Liverpool, Chelsea, United, maybe 5th, maybe 6th.
No, I get that. I get that answer. Saeed.
I would say it was. Yeah, I would probably agree, but it's about how you use it. I would probably say just behind Leicester. I think Leicester.
But I bet the 15th for heart, and when you need heart in games, they ain't got it. They've got it. They've got no soul, man. They've got no soul.
When push comes to shove, that's what.
I'd put it behind Leicester. Maybe even Leicester. I'll put it behind Leicester, so I would say 6th. Yeah.
GRIZZ?
6th, 7th.
6th, 7th. TOBS?
Between probably 6th to 8th, I'd say it's tight between us.
Yeah.
And West Ham, probably.
West Ham.
Matisse?
Yeah, I'll probably put them 6th. I think it's between West Ham, Tottenham, and Arsenal. But in terms of
Leicester,
Leicester have got a better squad than Arsenal, I think.
Do you think so? Yeah, maybe I'm forgetting because Leicester have got a lot of injuries, haven't they? That's a really long term. Yeah. So
yeah, they have.
But the thing is, again, I think Arsenal, they have a good squad. I think they should be in that top 6. They should be, and especially with no Europe, I think they should be making that top 6. So they got some depth there in places. I don't know, man.
Well, some players are overrated though.
6th or 7th, yeah. But you've got Aubameyang. That's Aubameyang sitting there in the team. Do you know what I mean? That's meant to be one of the best strikers in the league.
When we talk about the problems on the pitch right now, Aubameyang and Partey are 2 of the common ones we talk about. And
I was just gonna say, Turkish. Can I play my GRIZZ Teta role?
Go on.
No, you can't do that. You said you're done with it,
bro. When are you gonna just let this die, GRIZZ? Let it die, man. Why are you why do you ride for this guy? Like, what's he got on you? Has he got news on you? Or something?
He was an Everton legend, What's going on here?
I don't. What can I not speak?
But I'm asking. No, I just want to know. Like,
you don't even know what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, but I'm asking. What is it that Arteta's got on you?
You ain't got shit on me, man. I'm a football man. I just see things and I speak on things.
Okay, so what are you seeing? What are you seeing from Arteta that gives you encouragement?
How do you know I'm going to talk encouragingly?
You always do with Arteta.
I used to, but I've changed my mind.
Yeah, that's fine.
You said you was going to play your role.
Right?
That's fine.
It sounds encouraging.
That's a bit joke. That's a bit joke.
Oh,
yeah, I know. What role is it, man?
I might as well just, hush up.
No, sorry, go
Good, man.
All I'm saying is we've just one by one gone all around the track and said they've got the 6th, 7th best squad, around that time. 6th to 8th, and we all agree there.
Yeah,
that's where they are. They're 1 point off 6th. What do we expect from them?
Do you? Can I ask?
Let me just quickly finish, and then the players that you've mentioned that are letting them down are the fucking seniors, the best players. Aubameyang's miss. What the fuck's Arteta gonna do with that miss?
Yeah.
Partey, brought in as the demolition man from Atletico Madrid, Mr. Running Power, ran things when we played him. He's playing like a pansy.
Yeah.
Arteta fucked up against Everton. That when he bring back Xhaka straight into the midfield, that's a mistake. Taking off Tierney and bringing on an attacking fullback when Tierney's by far the better defensive fullback, that's a mistake. So of course Arteta's making bare mistakes.
Big mistake.
Yeah, but they're 1 point off 6th with 13, 14 games gone. That's where they're at. I don't think they're any better than that. I don't think their managers any better than that. I don't think their players are better than anything that. So I'm not saying.
Can I
I think that's where they're at.
GRIZZ. West Ham are currently in the top 4, right? Or top 5th spot, 4th.
Yeah.
So West Ham are currently in the top 4.
Yeah.
They didn't
Moyes
spend-
is a better manager. I agree.
That's literally the point I'm making, though. West Ham, you can probably say
I
man
know,
for man.
but it's back to what Steve said. But that's the level they're at, Arsenal.
Yeah, but Grizz, you're saying what
You
do you
get frustrated. Look, Arsenal fans.
Grizz, you're saying what do they expect? How can
What
you
do they
spend
expect?
160? How can you spend 160 million in a window and then say, "Oh yeah, the best"?
Because they finished 8th. Now, if they don't improve on 8th, it's a disaster. I'm saying it out loud and clear.
No, Grizz, don't say that. Finishing 8th was already an embarrassment. That squad.
But that's what I'm saying to you.
But Grizz, finishing 8th wasn't a reflection of the quality of the squad. Finishing 8th was a massive underachievement of that squad, as poor as it was for 2 seasons on the trot. Yeah, that squad wasn't the 8th best squad in the league. It was better than 8th. So they already underachieved 2 seasons on the trot. So that squad should be performing higher. So you then spend 160 million and you're telling me the best you can do is 6th when you're playing 1 game a week. Yeah, all these other sides that you've mentioned are playing Europe.
I don't think we had the. I don't think
so. So listen.
Squads. I think we had about 7th, 8th best squad.
Bro, so listen, I've said that as well. But forget that.
Are you going to tell me before you kicked the ball last season, before a ball was kicked at the start?
Toby,
you're telling me West Ham squad's better than yours?
No, Toby, let's come back.
No. That's one that came out of nowhere.
The point I'm making is this: a better manager will get more out of that team. That's a fact.
I agree with that.
And it's not.
I'm not denying that.
Gabriel, one of the best centre backs in
Matisse. I'm not. Yeah, but Matisse and Toby, I'm not denying that though. I'm not denying that. I'm saying at the moment.
But then the point is, why is he in the job? Why is he in the job if he's not going to make them better?
That's the owner's problem. That's the owner's problem.
So, Chris, if the guy's continuously spending money, he's not making them better.
He's walked into a shithole for the first season and a half. He's tried to make it not a shithole.
It's still a shithole. It's literally still a shithole. He has a almost full 11 of his own players, and he still can't bring them into the if he does not finish minimum 5th or 6th in this team, and for me he should be finishing.
I agree, Matisse. I agree with that. 5th. Matisse, wait, hold on. Let's make things clear. I agree with that. He should be finishing, in my opinion, 6th. Anything after 6th is a disaster, and he should not be in a job. I'm making that clear. But at the moment, the 1 point of 6, that's where they're at. It's like saying your man has come in and spent X, Y, Z. You spent over how much million? Your man, right? Champions League winners, you're 3rd.
We've had one. He's made.
There's a difference. There's no difference because you're judging man.
It's completely different.
You're judging a man. You're judging man 14 games gone. You're saying there's 2 points off first. He's 1 point off 6.
This is Tuchel's first full season, and he's made 1 signing and 1 loan deal. Arteta's made about 12 signings.
He's inherited a squad that is not even close to 6th or 7th.
What did Arteta inherit from Emery? What did he inherit from Emery?
That squad was capable of competing for a top 6, competing for a top 6 spot last season, which they didn't do. The squad was capable of competing.
I don't agree with that.
Arsenal got to the Europa League final under Emery.
You don't think that the Arsenal squad of last season, the season before, 2 seasons in a row, couldn't have been competing for 6th spot?
I think they're one of the shit. I've said it before. I think they're one of the shittest squads.
Cool. Even if you think they got one of the shittest squads, why have the underlying
people like Bellerin, Mustafi, all these men were dead?
But they haven't got Bellerin now. So Grizz, he's got a better.
That's what I'm saying. Toby, that's what I'm saying. No.
Yeah, but he's got. But Grizz, what I'm saying is,
if they finish 6th, that's their season.
Yeah, but he's got.
Unfortunately for Arsenal fans, I'm sorry.
He's got a better defense now. He spent 50 million on a centre back.
Yes, and he's showing, but they are better defensively.
Yeah,
it's the attack. Aubameyang's missing opening goals. Aubameyang is missing opening goals.
Grizz, they are better defensively, 100%.
Defensively. Rewind. We're not better defensively. It came out the other day that goals conceded per game, Emery was he was either just in front or just behind. So the difference in terms of goals conceded, I'm actually shocked too, because our defense looks better. And when someone explained it, it was like it looks better because they play out the back more, they're more competent. But in terms of goals conceded as a team and a structure, it's not really any better.
Ramsdale's player of the month last 2 months.
Because I said this on Matisse's channel. He spent all this money majority on defensive players, and man for man, the profiles have improved defensively, and you're still conceding goals. And people are trying to tell me that Arsenal are improving. You're looking at the fact that they're 1 point or 6, but the underlying metrics are still poor. They're still not able to score goals, and they're still leaking goals, and they're still not able to control games, and they're still not able to actually attack sides properly. So again, I have to ask you a question. Why is he in a job? If he's not going to make this team improve, despite spending money season after season, why is he in a job? Like,
Arsenal.
Why If this was any other manager at any other big club, they'd be gone. We'd be asking for them to be gone. What gives us the right to give? Why does Arteta get afforded more leeway? Why?
In Arsenal,
Lampard fucked up at Chelsea, he got canned. Mourinho fucked up at Spurs, he got canned. He got canned. Yeah. What leverage does Arteta have? What weight does he have to say that he's going to turn this around and make Arsenal a force?
He doesn't.
Why is he in I think the board are just giving him time because
I don't understand.
There's a thing to be said though about changing manager all the time. You can't keep doing it. And
no.
So they've probably thought, right, okay, we're going to stick with our man. United did it with Ole, it didn't work. They probably doing the same with Arteta. And it's not
people
working.
are asking.
I think there's a mentality issue in the team. The senior players are not standing up in the big games. They're not dominating the games it should be. And I think it's party time at Arsenal.
That has to go down to the manager. That has to go down to the manager. Hold on. That has to go down to the manager because he's responsible for that team. He sculpted that team. He chose the players. He works with Edu on recruitment. He picked the profiles. He decided to toss Saliba, to toss Guendouzi. In Emery's final full season, they finished 5th and they got to the Europa League final and lost to Chelsea. Then they finished 8th. Yeah. Then they finished 8th again. And now with no Europe, because he took them out of Europe, not Conference League, out of Europe altogether, they are 7th, right? And that is with a -4 goal difference. So they're not better defensively and they're not better going forward. Back to front, the whole team has not really improved. You can't tell me the youngsters have really improved. Saka is not better, has not improved. He's not been good for a while. Smith Rowe's been doing things here and there in pieces. They went on a nice run against Norwich, against Newcastle. Leicester may have been the only game where you could say that's an impressive win. They beat a load of relegation teams, and they shouldn't have won that team. They got Brighton. They got lucky on that one. What was the score in the Brighton game?
Let me look.
And
let's make
and now they've come up against half decent teams, and they've been fumbling.
Let's make one thing clear. Big up Curtis Shaw. 250 million spent on 2 8th place finishes, worst manager out of the top 6. No one is disagreeing with that. No one.
You're giving him leeway, Grizz.
I'm not giving him leeway.
So say that he shouldn't be managing Arsenal.
What I'm saying, he's the man for them at the moment because that's the state of the club at the moment. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference. He's not. If he finishes below 6th, 100% he should be sacked. 100 million %. But with the state of their squad that he inherited and where he's going, I think the best they can hope for is 6. Whether they like that, whether they think that's not good enough for a club like Arsenal, that's their issue. That's their problem. I'm looking at it from the outside. That's all I'm saying. He's not. People are asking why is Moyes got West Ham. He's a better coach. He's a better, more experienced coach. He's a better manager.
Why do West Ham
I agree.
have a better manager?
Grizz, so repeat what you said. So
talk to the board.
So
talk to the owners.
That's what how can you defend West Ham having a better manager than Arsenal?
I'm not defending that. I'm criticizing the owners and I'm saying they should know the signs, read the signs, and do it. It's like Ole. This is
so he should be sacked.
So he should be gone. Yeah.
Here's an uncanny resemblance. Not now. Not right now.
Why?
Because 1 point of 6, that's their target. We all said they should finish 6th at the start of the season. We all said it to a man. Why are we sacking him when he's 1 point of 6th?
He should be finishing minimum 5th. Every team around
now you're moving
him
it up.
is in
That's
Europe.
your opinion.
No. They have
If Turkish Arsenal fan, hold on. If Turkish Arsenal fan thinks he should be finishing 5th, then no problem. He's underperforming, crazy underperforming. I don't think they finish.
For me, I said they have.
Remember what I said about Arsenal when he played them?
Maybe
the dead meat. We look forward to playing Arsenal. Now, I'm not respecting them. I'm disrespecting them.
They might have the 6th, 7th best team in terms of squad, and I think even that's quite harsh potentially. But they should be finishing 5th because they're not in Europe. When you have a full week to prepare, and all the teams around you are in Europe, you should be outperforming them, in my opinion.
That's
you should
fine.
be doing better.
You should have sacked him long time ago. Then you should have sacked him after 8th place finishes. That's my point.
That's what we said.
Like Ole. Yeah, but they didn't.
You said we should keep him.
You said we should keep him.
No, I didn't. No. I said if there's progress. If you don't think there's no progress from last season,
There isn't. They finished 8th, Grizz. They finished 8th last season,
and they're
they got
7th,
down-
1 point of 6.
They finished 8th last season, and they lost. They lost to Villarreal in the semi-finals of the Europa. A winnable tie against Villarreal as well. They lost at home, bro. They didn't even score at home in the semi-final.
Lee Gunner says he should have got the job in the first place. I agree with that. That's different. But right now is that's where your club's at.
Grizz, can I ask you a question? Why is it that they play one game a week? They have more time. He has more time to work with his team, and yet when you watch Arsenal play, you still don't even get what they're trying to do. They're not a high pressing. They're not a high pressing side.
They are. They're just not good at it. I know what I'm seeing. I know what I'm seeing. I'm seeing high pressing energy game, but they're not very good at it. I'm seeing.
Where's the high press? Where's the high press? They're gassed
What
after
do you want me to
40
do? Do
minutes.
you want me to get you a chart and stats and show you
show me
right
the
now?
chart.
I'm seeing what I'm seeing with my eyes.
When it comes
With
to
my eyes, I'm
seeing.
seeing far more structure, but shit.
Oh yeah,
They're
where was
shit
the
at
structure
it.
against Everton?
They're shit at it.
They
showed you what press is.
The players let them down. People need to call out the players as well. You can't just call.
We have
them
not.
out. He says in the dressing room, puts them on the pitch.
Coach.
Them players should have beat Everton. Everton are fucking poor. Them players should have beat Everton. They didn't have any bottle, so it just proves now if your team's not quite good enough, player for Arsenal, if you outfight them or you take your game up and bring intensity, they collapse. City beat them 5.
But Steve,
it should have been 10.
Steve, we could say the same. We could have said the same for Manchester United and to SAEED and say they're not playing for Oli, and they're all his players. So why are they not playing for him? Because the manager is not good enough, coaching wise. He's not on the level he needs to be to coach.
Under Oli, they finished second and got to a final the season before.
And I said it was a false narrative.
Season, but they still got there. This has been happening with Arsenal. The FA Cup bought him a lot of time. He won the FA Cup. It bought him a lot of time. People thought they were going in the right direction to give him time. I gave him time. I said, look, little things. If you're an Arsenal fan and you can see things going in the right way, instead of doing the old Arsenal thing and chopping the manager, give him time. They've gave him time. I can't stick up for him anymore. I'm looking at what he's doing. He's had the money. I see what he's trying to do with Ramsdale, playing out from the back and all that. But the senior players in that squad not pulling the weight, and he hasn't got the bollocks to drop him or pull him out. And then he's making substitutions like Nketiah and he's leaving Pepe on the bench. Now, I'm sorry, Nketiah won't sign his contract. He's still an Arsenal player, I get it. But is he better than Pepe? Is Pepe going to change the game more than Nketiah? For me, he is. And that is a poor decision. Then he stood on the touchline, watched his team get out-battled, and he lost the game. So if Arsenal sack him, fucking sack him because it's his own fault.
I think with the Arsenal discussion though, like we routinely get on their players. For as long as we've been on this show, Granit Xhaka has been panned. Thomas Partey, we spoke about him for ages last week. I mean, on Tuesday, he's been awful this season. Aubameyang, he's been awful the past couple months, literally missing gilt-edged chances. Arsenal are not a high creating side, and the chances, and yet they've been able to create quite a few chances for Aubameyang over the past couple of weeks, and he's missing everything. But criticizing the player should not absolve any blame that goes towards the manager, because this is 2 years now he's been at Arsenal. 2 years now he's been at Arsenal, and where is the progress? 2 years, 250, 60 million quid spent. Where is the progress? Are they a better scoring side? Are they a better defensive side? Are they a better possession-based side? The answer is no across the board. So again, I have to ask, why is he still in a job? Why is he being given allowances that other managers don't get? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
My thing is where does he drop to? Turkish, in your opinion, and Saeed's just loving his sunglasses on. You should have put SAEED on full screen. If Arteta was to get sacked tomorrow, what job level do you think he goes into in the Premier League or wherever?
You're asking
me.
me.
Back to City. He goes back to City as a coach.
I don't know if you should do that. I think you guys should keep moving as well.
Sometimes, like look at that. Like I kept on saying to Arsenal fans who compared Arteta to a couple of other managers that came straight from coaching or badges to a high level club. In my honest opinion, Carlos Queiroz at United was the prime example. He tried to leave as an assistant. It didn't work out for him. He went straight back. I think Arteta might have to do something like that because I believed in his words at the beginning.
Brian Kidd did the same. Brian Kidd under Fergie was the same.
Yeah, it's true.
He
That's
left
another
thinking he was
example.
going to be a manager. He's not a manager. Some people aren't. He's tried it. The going's got tough. The club's too big for him. He's tried to implement his style. The players aren't buying into it. The senior players are doing what the fuck they want. He can't control it. It's time. It's got to be time. Well, it's going to be time for him to go soon, isn't it? It's too big for him, I think, now.
Maybe that's why a lot of this Wenger talk is coming back, because he might need that experienced shoulder next to him or someone guiding him.
Can I ask you as well, Turkish? What's his like? It's weird. Like so with Lacazette, like Lacazette is actually a crap striker now. Like he can't lead the line for Arsenal. Like he can only play like 10 and do a half decent job there. He's not a goal threat whatsoever. Yeah. Why was he kept in the summer? Like why didn't you just your losses and just sign another attacker?
Bro, this is
why is actually pants.
This is why on one hand, 150 million spent on one hand, and Ramsdale looks good, Ben White looks good, Tomiyasu, Tavares, Lokonga and Odo. All right, still some question marks here and there, but overall it looks like the money was spent good on young players. But then on the other side, Eddie Nketiah. Apparently we could have gave 35 mil plus Eddie Nketiah for Ben White. Instead, we didn't do that. Apparently, we got Eddie Nketiah to Palace near the end of the window. We didn't pull the trigger. Then you have Lacazette. Lacazette went into his final year, similar to players that have done it in the past. Chambers is in his final year. Surely these, man, Chambers, Lacazette, Eddie, you can get 30 million overall, whether it's 15 on one, 10 on another, and 5 on another. 30 million comes in, and then you might get that one more player that on top of the Ramsdales and Tomiyasus and the good signings you've made, that comes in and puts the icing on the cake.
It's just I just don't get the incompetence. Like we were saying it in the summer, like all it took was just Arsenal just go splash 40 million on someone like Bissouma.
Oh, we tried to sell
just sell what's his Eddie Nketiah. I think Sheffield United were inquiring for him in January. Just sell him because now you're offering him a new contract. And he don't want to stay there. He wants to go.
Let's not forget about Maitland-Niles in 2020 when Wolves wanted him for about 20 mil and we didn't sell him. We stopped playing him. This season, in the last day of the transfer window, he goes on Insta and says, basically, free me. We've given him a few more minutes, and then he hasn't been seen again. Eddie Nketiah, he comes out, he's not signing a contract. He gets minutes. These are the things that have tipped the crowd or the fan base in terms of Arteta. Because no one can make sense of that. No one. Pepe is not the greatest.
Do you think he's going to get sacked in the next 5 games?
Our next 5 games is Southampton at home, West Ham at home, Leeds away, Norwich at home, and Wolves home or away. That should be 15 points.
No, you ain't going to
get sacked. You'll probably win 3 out of 5.
Why should that be 15 points? See, this is what I'm saying. We're switching it. Why should they be West Ham? West Ham are a better team, better squad, better manager.
But then GRIZZ,
it's expectations. I get you putting your expectations high.
No.
I get that.
No.
But West Ham just beat Man City. Sorry, Chelsea and Liverpool.
One sec. What I'm saying is, Moyes took over Everton. Moyes took over West Ham, and Arteta took over Arsenal. Similar times, yeah. Are you telling me in their second full season, it's not fair for me to say Arsenal should be getting 3 points at home to West Ham? Like, forget everything else in between.
But I've said this. I think Moyes is, of course, by far the more experienced manager and has proven to be by far the better manager. I'm not disputing that. But I'm saying if you're thinking Arsenal going to get 50, your expectations are 15 points out of those 5 games, then look, we're talking 5 games in a row. Not many teams win 5 games in a row. Do you get what I'm saying about that expectation? Only Man City, Chelsea, Liverpool do that kind of shit. No other team wins 5. You're expecting too much from this current state of affairs that you're in. I get your standards have been high in the past, but I just think it's a great. Look,
if we lower
this is a gradual decline of Arsenal Football Club. If they fall any further,
why is it no? It's been a serious decline. It's not a gradual decline.
Look, come on,
it's sneaky.
2 back-to-back home games against Southampton and West Ham, and you're saying that
you're saying these teams like Southampton and West Ham, these. Okay, the Premier League.
Arsenal Football Club
at home. Okay. What am I hearing here?
You can't be telling me.
Okay, if you think Arsenal should be beating West Ham now,
they should. They should at home. At
No,
home,
but Grizz,
Grizz,
what
come on.
I'm saying is, yeah,
Okay, I'm not arguing. I'm saying okay.
in the second, in their second, like I would say, yeah, any manager that comes into Chelsea, Liverpool, City, Man United, Tottenham, or Arsenal, the big six, yeah, any manager that comes in their second full season, yeah, forget the variables for now. In their second full season, they should be beating Southampton at home, West Ham at home, Leeds away, Norwich at home, and Wolves. Forget everything else. If you have that big six standard and the standard to keep on climbing or getting back, then on paper, in your second full season, Grizz, you have to be the big six sides have to be beating these teams in front of Arsenal right now. I agree with you. The expectation is not the reality.
That's what I'm saying.
We're not getting 15 points. I'm not saying we are. But
I think expectation is reality.
If I say to myself, we're not getting 15 points, we'll get about 7, let's say. That's me then in 5 games allowing myself to say, all right, Arteta, he's done well because he got 7 out of 15. But in your second season, that's not well.
So can I ask the three brothers, yeah? SAEED, Toby, and Matisse. Matisse, if your man has come in, spent all this money, Champions League, whatever, if you still finish third and about 10, 15 points behind us, what kind of season would you have had?
This season.
Yeah.
This is Tuchel's first full season.
If you finish 10, 15 points behind us, after
I'd be very, very disappointed. For me, Chelsea should be 6 points max, 7 points max behind you guys in the title.
Toby, you got
we should be
Antonio
in the
Conte
title
now.
race. But that's with one signing and in his first full season. That's the bare minimum I would expect. But for me, Arsenal, like, you can't be leapfrogged by Leicester and then Leicester come back down and chill. And now West Ham is their turn to leapfrog you. And then West Ham come down and chill. Who's next? While Arsenal just continue to just stagnate or just continue to slowly decline from 5th to 6th to 7th to 8th to 9th to 10th.
The owners need to make moves. The owners need to make moves.
Next thing, man, they're going to be telling me Arsenal finishing in 10th is okay because Aston Villa spent a lot of money.
I don't think Arteta's resigning. Owners need to make moves. If they genuinely...
What would you have thought, Grizz? What would you have thought in June? Is it June? Yeah, in June, July, if Arsenal sacked Mikel Arteta and brought in Antonio Conte? What would you have thought?
I would think that's the best move they could have made.
Yeah. Really? Because you wanted Arsenal to keep... You wanted Arsenal
but see, this is what I'm saying. You're not... You're taking my comments out of context. I'm trying to explain and give logic behind it. That's when you should have done it. You should have 100% got rid of him after 2 8th positions. And then if you got Conte, that's a big boy move. Like I said, Spurs pulled off the biggest. Spurs are a dead club. I don't know why Toby's talking about Arsenal as a dead club. Spurs are probably as dead, if not more dead.
I'm not talking about
they're definitely more dead.
They're more dead. They're more dead. They're more dead, right? But your decline's been shocking. You was Champions League, finished second. Yeah. Your decline's probably more shocking than Arsenal's. But you've made a big boy move in getting Conte. Arsenal need to do a big boy move. Otherwise, there's no point getting him and then replacing with I don't know who's.
But isn't this? But Grizz, you're saying what Matisse have been saying for like the last 6, 7 months.
No. What I said, if they're not going to do that, there's no point doing it right now here because they ain't got no one lined up. We know that for a fact. No big boys walking in like Conte walked in. You man's were on the verge of getting Fonseca, all these waste man, that Nuno Espirito, waste man. You know, if they're going to get another waste man, they're going to be to stay where they are.
Both
same
are better managers,
same structure.
Nuno's a better manager than Arteta. That's a fact.
There's no facts in there.
There is a fact.
That's opinion.
Nuno's a better manager than Arteta.
There's just opinions. There's no facts.
I don't think it is opinions. He actually.
Of course, it's opinions, man.
How is it opinions? He finished higher than Arteta in the Premier League.
Oh man, it's not fact in it, man. Wolves finished like what, man, 15th or something, man.
So what about the 2 seventh place finishes?
Yeah, okay. He had a good spell.
I'm not going to lie. That Arteta's not doing that at Wolves. I'm not going to lie to you. He's not doing that.
What's the highest Arteta's finished in the league? What, 8th?
8th with Arsenal.
So what makes him a better manager than Nuno? What makes him a better manager than Nuno?
To be fair, Nuno took Wolves from the Championship, so we had him a long time. They got him playing their way, didn't they? You know what I mean? They came to the Premier League. He was settled.
Patience, brother.
A lot of people forgot what Nuno actually did for Wolves.
Arteta ain't getting sacked this season. He isn't.
Hip hip hooray!
He'll get to the end of the season, and then if he's not done what he needs to do, he'll get sacked, and then it's either
no. Let's check this one out. Do you remember when Ole went through that spell when he said if he loses games, he's dead? If Arsenal get smashed in these next 5 games, because I agree with you, Turkish, the fixtures on paper aren't hard, apart from the West Ham one. I think the West Ham one is a tough fixture because I can say that because West Ham bullied us.
Yeah,
West Ham bullied Chelsea. Yeah, so who are Arsenal, right? If he gets pammed in those games, he should be gone. I'm saying that very clearly.
I don't think they'll sack him.
It's just mad. It's just mad. So you look at that, and the thing is, the chat will say, "Oh yeah, you care more about." We're literally talking about Arsenal. So this is the whole part. It's the whole point of the show. So Arsenal's next 5 games, 3 of them are at home, yeah, and the 2 that are away from home, they're playing an out of form Leeds side. Well, I say out of form, injury hit Leeds side and Norwich, and then the home match is Southampton.
I'm saying, Toads. I'm saying, apart from the West Ham game. Apart from the West Ham game, the easy fixtures, if they get hurt in those fixtures, he should be gone. I'm making that abundantly clear. What would you want me to say?
It's been. I didn't think that was going to happen when I left Arsenal.
I want you to say he should be gone now.
Yeah, that's coming from a Spurs fan. Yeah, fair enough. No problem.
What does that mean? You're right. It is coming from a Spurs fan.
That's fact. You know, I know what Mud. I didn't give an opinion.
He knows what.
I know what Mud looks like, and I'm telling you what that manager is money. I know what manager looks like, and I'm telling you that manager is shy.
Fair enough.
I know what Mud looks like.
No, fair enough. I agree with that.
Look, we got a few super chats came in over that long debate. That was like a 25-minute debate on Arsenal. It's mad.
I haven't been in a while, innit?
It's true. It's true. Yeah, you've actually missed all the debates.
Let me see. James was earlier on. I'm going to go through some of the super chat. James said, by logic grids used, Liverpool shouldn't have sacked Rodgers because mathematically he had the chance of getting top 4 before they sacked him.
Speak on it.
Yeah, 100%. It's just different standards. I'm telling you, standards for one club, not standards
the
for another.
Arteta love is
course. Of course. I'm not denying that. Our standards are different.
It wasn't back then, Grizz.
No, it wasn't.
But Turkish, I agree. It wasn't back then. But we went through
he don't
shit.
respect you, man.
Bro, we went through shit.
He actually don't respect you, man.
We went through shit. No, I'm saying we went through shit.
Back then, he was beating Liverpool to
one last thing. Okay, one last thing, and then we move. One last thing. We went through shit. Rodgers was the equivalent of Arteta now. Not much experience. Rodgers had obviously a little bit more experience, obviously, with Swansea and that, yeah. But what I'm trying to say, he was not the right man to take us to the glory years. Arteta, make it clear, he's not the right man to take Arsenal back to the glory. They need to come across the right man and the structure. We didn't just win with Klopp. We won with Edwards. We won with the whole structure. We had it all in lock, bang, and then we went boom, literally.
Dan,
you ain't ready to go boom yet.
Dan with the super chat said they finished 8 2 years in a row. If they finish 6th, then the board will see that as progress. Turkish always says it comes down to the owners. Legendary Villain says, look at my guy SAEED chilling in the back. That Ole sacking feels calm, bro. Remember when we were talking like this? Chill out in the back, King. Yeah, SAEED, I saw you put the shades on. Enjoy while you can. Boogeyman says these are happy days. Turkish and
I'm
Matisse
too bright for him. He can't take my brightness.
Turkish and Matisse in the mud.
Hold on, that's not Boogeyman saying that, surely, is he?
Yeah,
surely Boogeyman, the Man United fans, not talking about me about mud. Okay.
Arteta will finish 8th for the 3rd time in a row. That is class by itself. The Invisibles. It's funny when Man United fans talk, man. It really is.
Boogeyman.
We're friends now.
Big up Boogeyman now.
Can I just commend GRIZZ on a compelling performance? You know, that was a very, very good.
I'm sorry, Saeed. I'm sorry.
No, I'm saying I'm going to commend you on behalf of the fan base, you know, around the world and around the Premier League. Compelling, you know, side of
I
your.
just gave my opinion, man. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And you know what, man? I have to praise you tonight. It's a very, very staunch, you know.
Wasn't it a staunch defense?
Staunch defense, and you know what? We admire your courage to fight against four guys here, you know. And I thought, let me just sit back and just enjoy it because it was Oscar worthy. I think for me, it was Oscar worthy. I just want to say to you, GRIZZ, absolutely brilliant. And I think for me, you deserve a lot of praise for the fan base, and I'm just speaking on behalf of the fan base. And Arteta shall stay forever and ever. And Arteta,
I didn't say that. And also, I think you've all infiltrated Steve's brain because Steve's with me. I know he is. I'm gonna have a word with him afterwards.
Well,
I've seen the light. I've seen the light.
And after that speech then by the Somalian Boris Johnson, I think I've, you know what I mean? I think I've seen the light even more now. I've seen the light even more. I want to be Prime Minister. I need you outside Downing Street telling us what the fuck we're doing at Christmas. That is what I need.
Man said what we're doing at Christmas.
We're partying. Stevie joining us, but we're having
Yes,
we're having caviars and that.
Somalian Boris Johnson.
It was a very calm, collected speech, man. Reminded me of Boris.
YM says, why does everyone always get so passionate about Arsenal and Arteta? We're a dead team, man. Save your energy. Well, we need to do the predictions. We're over an hour and a half due to that Arteta-Arsenal debate. So
it had to be had. It had to be. The conversation had to be had.
Yeah, I let it flow, and it flowed well. So
Compelling,
It can't always be one-sided, man. Like, that's boring, isn't it?
Okay.
And Boogeyman, before we do predictions, Matisse, yeah, we are here sitting and chilling.
What are
Long
you chilling
live
about? You haven't won a trophy for 5 years. What are you? You should be in a rush. What are you chilling for? You're in a
rush.
Don't worry,
I swear you're meant to be in the title race. What are you talking about chilling for? You're meant to be in the title
don't worry,
race.
man.
These brothers are crazy.
Look at
Fam.
my
Chilling
friends,
for what?
Them man are putting shades on and chilling back, man.
Yeah,
Boogeyman
Boogeyman,
are
I've been
friends.
through a lot in this
We feel a lot in it.
era, man. Let us be friends, man. Big up to Boogie, man.
I'm going 2-1 Arsenal. I think we should get the listen. Southampton, poor. I think we should get the job done. I wouldn't be surprised with a draw, to be honest. I was tempted to go 1-1, but the last 2 1-1s I predicted, yeah, they haven't exactly fucking worked that. Steve,
I'm going 1-1.
I was waiting for you to say Arsenal win. I was going to say
I'm actually going to be vexed with 1-1.
all that.
SAEED,
I think use the guys at home, right?
yeah.
I think, yeah, but I think you'll get the job done 2-1. Arteta in.
GRIZZ.
1-1.
Oh my God.
After all that, oh my god! After
Man,
all
half
that,
an hour
you
of
see,
our life.
you know what Grizz's real thoughts are when the predictions come because he's not playing. He's not playing this season. Big dogs,
He's not
big
playing,
dogs.
he's not playing.
He's not playing this season. So when the predictions come,
playing
that's
for
when you know
a
he
million
really
trophies.
thinks. Hey, make him watch this hand instead of this one. I know what you're doing, Grizz.
Trust me, Lee. Trust me. Big up Lee Curtis in the cut as well. I see you guys in the chat. 3.4K still here. 1.2K likes. I'm sure we can get it up some more in the last few minutes. Grizz has gone 1-1 after that half an hour of quality.
Opinions, man.
defending.
Quality opinion, man. Come on.
The chat are
TOBS.
pissed.
Go on, say it.
2-1
To who?
to Arsenal.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Southampton.
They're dead
Yeah,
team, they're shit team, and you're gonna.
I didn't call them a dead team or shit team. I said that they've got a dead manager.
Whoa!
I don't think they're a good side, but
This guy.
they should be beating Southampton. What do you
Southampton
mean
at
with
home.
that?
This is a
What is,
mid-table
what
win.
is different in what I've said to what I've been saying for the past couple of months? Wasn't it you and SAEED who were telling me 12 months ago that Southampton had a better team than us?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
They
Saeed, take
How
that.
about you shush, Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't catch me.
Where's Southampton right now?
tomorrow? No, you're not. Yeah.
Remember saying that Southampton are the better squad than Arsenal. You should be ashamed of yourselves.
You know the where they spent 150 million. Arsenal.
All right, Tobes, what'd you say? 2-1.
2-1 Arsenal.
Oh man.
Boogeyman, I got you, Saeed. These Chelsea fans are rattled. It's our time now. And Adela
Come
said,
on.
congratulations to Matisse on 20K subs. Big up Matisse.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Come on.
Appreciate it, man.
And yeah, it's your turn, Matisse. You might as well wrap it up.
Yeah, I'll probably go for Arsenal win as well. If they can't beat Southampton at home, this is really embarrassing. Let's go 1-0 Arsenal. Just surely should be able to beat Southampton at home before the tricky game.
Yeah. Oh, you know them chants there, Saeed. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Trying to give you a bit of life, you know what I mean? Trying to wake you up.
What was your prediction, Turkey?
I said 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah. But I also said I wouldn't be predicted with 1-1, and then Steve GRIZZ went with 1-1. So I'm actually kind of vexed now because you two are well, top 2 or 3. I've got the table here. I wasn't going to put it up, but here we are. Fuck it. Why not? Tobes right behind you, GRIZZ, Steve.
Mano.
Grizz hot and bothered, yeah.
I need
12
to.
just behind.
I need to catch up here.
Come on, there's the table, people. Obviously, keep up to date with the table predictions, all of that on the social media channels at the Big Six Show. Show some love to the sponsors tonight, Dynasty and Co. Website, Instagram, and a discount code working until Sunday midnight, live now. So go support them too. And also, just come through as well. Klarna has been linked to the site as well, so you can split payments into 3. So there you go. There you go for the people that like doing that. Any last thoughts, lads?
No, all good.
Someone's saying no Tottenham chat. Someone's saying no Tottenham.
Yeah, they're not playing. They're not playing.
Yeah, they're irrelevant. That's right.
Thank fuck for that.
The only thing I need to know, Cole, is when have you lot got space to fit these fixtures in? Because for fantasy, I need to know double game.
I don't think we do, but we're gonna have to fudge them in somehow.
Will it be next year?
Whoa, stop talking about fudge now, you.
Bro, you man have some
I don't get
booty ass minds, I swear to God.
I feel like Steve's kind of
Steve has it.
On
Steve's
that note,
absolutely
people,
had it.
on that note, love
I don't
for the
get- I don't
love.
get that.
Hit the like
Yeah.
button on the way out. Please subscribe to every single
I'll
one.
talk for
All
me,
in
but
the
I didn't get
description
that.
below.
Same.
Love.
You know.